Hey everyone, Erod here with another haul video. Just wanted to show you some books. I got a nice stack of books here to go through. But before we start showing you all of these books, a big shout out to my boy Amazing Murphinator, hooked me up. Murph was going to Rhode Island Comic Con, and I saw that Francis Manapul was going to be there, and Steve McNiven. Unfortunately, McNiven pulled out. You know, he's done that to me at the last two cons I tried to get him at. Becoming kind of like a white whale for me, tough to get. I'm trying to get him on my Old Man Logan, you know, the Wolverine 66. I want that in the high grade. But Murph was able to obtain Manapul on this gorgeous back row cover. This is the B variant that he did. And this book, when it came out, I just because I liked the cover, I picked up like 3 copies of it, and it took off like wildfire. But Murph being Murph, he always hooks me up. Gave me this there. And you can't see the cover. I mean, it's kind of tough. It's lenticulous. There you go. You'll see that. It's the X-ray and then the Wolverine. It was all the rage back in the day. Kind of coming back now. He got that signed for me by Larry Hama. He knows I'm a huge Wolverine fan, so every time he goes to a con, if he's getting something signed, he'll get me a book or 2 signed, usually a Wolverine book, and I'll do the same for him. I try and get him a different artist everywhere I go. So it's kind of cool, just something that, you know, developed through our interactions on this YouTube community, and it's what makes it so great. You know, some negative vibes going on now. I don't get caught up in that, man. Just have fun with the hobby, and you know, make it what it is for you. You also got me this Wolverine Hulk, the Marvel Knights #1, signed by Sam Keith, and Wolverine #117, signed by Sam Keith. Another thing I learned from hanging out and talking with guys, like Murph put me up on these Sharpie paint pens, and I just love them because they have multiple colors. I used them at New York Comic Con exclusively this year. I believe he got it from AG Surfer. So, you know, one guy just passes on a little something he's tried out and passes it on to another guy. That's what this is all about, man. Just having fun, learning a little something every time. If you do buy these pens, just make sure that you let the ink dry. It takes a little longer than your regular Sharpie, but the results are spectacular. You know, I mean, there's so many different colors. I went out and bought basically the colors of the rainbow. I bought 2 sets of like 10 or whatever they were. So I got like 15, 20 of these markers in all different colors, and you know, you can color coordinate. As you see, he uses blue with the blue on the white area. It just really pops. I like that a lot. But yeah, there you go. That looks really good. So again, thanks to Amazing Murphinator. If you're not subbed to his channel, definitely check him out. Awesome YouTuber. Next up, Zapp Comics. Zapp Comics is a shop out by me in New Jersey, about 45 minutes from my house. And they do, the weekend before Black Friday, they do their annual 50% off sale. So anything that's got a yellow tag in there, which is almost all war books, back issue bins and everything else, including slabs, will be 50% off. I think toys are like 40% off, and graphic novels are like 40 or 30% off. But I mean, it's insane. This store, they're one of the bigger stores. They've got some amazing inventory. They're at every con out here in the East Coast. You'll see them all over the place, and gotten to know a couple of guys just from buying books there. So, you know, they're pretty friendly. The thing with this is, though, quite a few people know about this sale, and you got a lot of flippers going there because it's well worth it for them. So you got to get there early. Last year, I got there quite early, and I was number 3 online. So this year, I got up a little earlier, and I was the first one through the door. So going through the door, and I'm trying to, you know, spy out the place and just figure out what I'm going to get. But it's kind of tough, you know, because it's dark outside until, you know, the store's opening up at 8, so by that time the light comes in, everybody's trying to peer through the windows. And I had a couple of books that I thought I was going to go for first. And I'll go through that when I get over to that section of books, but just goes to show you human nature and how some people act. People act a fool every once in a while. But got this there, Iron Fist #4. I'm just trying to complete this 1 through 15 run. It's the Claremont and Byrne run. I just loved it. And Iron Fist #6. Of course, #14 is the key in this. It's first appearance of Sabretooth, and 15 has early collaboration on the Uncanny X-Men. So those are two of the more keys, and of course number one. But this run is really, really a good run. Pick this up, and that's Wonder Woman number 605. That's the Alex Garner variant, and I didn't even know these things existed until I saw Archangel show his run on these. And that's another YouTuber you guys need to check out. Always, I mean, it's the king of variants. That guy's got them all. Every hot book that's out there, he's picking up. Found this over there, and this was interesting. Just like the new cover look to it, but it's Amazing Fantasy 15. What this is a digital reproduction, so they basically modernized the whole story, so it looks a little crisper and clearer. Looks really nice, but I like the cover. I never saw this in a while. It's just something a little oddball Spider-Man stuff that I like. Got this there, 568, second print variant. I believe this is the Anti-Venom story arc there. John Romita Jr. cover there. And pick that up too. 571. Along the way, I found this there. All new Wolverine number 19. And I believe that's the first time that Laura gets her all new costume. So definitely had to get that. I have one in, this is the variant edition. I have one in my collection, but for a reasonable rate, I'll always take two. Speaking about a book I take every chance I get. This is one of them. This is a spec book for me. Probably will amount to nothing, but I'm kind of hoarding this book. And that's Batman 666, and that's the first time Damian Wayne is shown as Batman. It's in a dream sequence, I believe, but you know how these keys or semi-keys kind of take steam. This is a book I firmly believe in, and I buy, and you'll see me putting this out every time I buy one. I'll show it to you guys. And that's Batman number 655, first Damian Wayne. I think he and Jonathan Kent, but especially Damian, are the future of the DC youth movement. These guys are amazing. I mean, Marvel's put out some really good young new characters, you know, Kamala Khan and Miles Morales within the last 10 years. I think Damian Wayne and his attitude, I mean, besides Miles Morales, he's my second favorite. That kid is just badass. Talk about youth, pick this up. Flash number 92. I believe this is from the second series. First Impulse, but also it is a DC Universe edition. Do your homework on these DC Universe books. Starting to pick up a little steam. CBSI, their website, did a good article on it. And same way that, you know, newsstands were huge. And depending on when you buy your newsstands, you know, if you purchased your newsstands later in the 90s, they're a shorter print run. Well, these DC Universe books are kind of like the same way. And it's starting to garner a little bit of credibility out there in the market. So it's a good time if you're digging through dollar boxes and stuff like that. You come across these. I pick these up at $1 a piece. You never know what's going to happen with them. Another nice book I picked up there. Amazing Spider-Man 265. First Silver Sable. Take that at a chance. And I got this really nice Silver Age Amazing Spider-Man number 93. They had a nice selection of Amazing Spider-Mans. This was one of the better conditioned ones, and also one of the few that I needed on that list there. They had the cover, I believe it's like 77, with the Human Torch on it. They had the Prowler issue. They had a couple of them. They were pretty nice. Started picking these up last year. Amazing Spider-Man King Size Special, which is the annual number 3. Picked up number 2 last year at a con. Picked this up recently, you know, at this show. I'm liking it. Helps complete that ASM run. When you're a completionist, you have to have a little bit of everything. Before I show the next book, man, that's the other thing I'd like to see. Hawkeye. They somewhere along in that Marvel universe, I know they're gonna do what is it, Ronin, but a la what they did with Wolverine, where Wolverine opened up a suitcase in that unedited, you know, the scene, and he sees the Wolverine costume in there in the second to last movie. They should do something like that with Clint. Just show that costume somewhere, because the fanboys would go nuts. I mean, that's the Hawkeye that we all grew up with, or most of us, you know, especially us Silver Age guys. Flash 146. Any chance I can get these at half price or on the you know, I'll pick them up. Appearance by Mirror Master. Just a nice book. We'll get to some of the better books. Picked up this classic Avengers number 27 cover. Quicksilver, Scarlet Witch. I believe they're underwater, just like a tomb of people there, it looks like. And of course, Cap. Hulk 103. This is the second issue once the Hulk got his story arc back into his own title. Wonder Woman 199. Nice Wonder Woman bondage. Anybody who watched that Untold History, Kirkman's Untold History of comics, excuse me, they did a great episode on Wonder Woman. A lot of the stuff I knew, but some of the stuff was kind of interesting to learn, and you'll kind of find out if you haven't already watched it or you didn't already know what the deal is with Wonder Woman and bondage. Here's a run I am going to try and complete. It might take me forever. I know I just saw ETA Nick, and he just needs, I think it's like 2 through 10. He's trying to finish that run right there. I want to do 1 through 102. About halfway done. I'm doing all the filler books, and picked up a couple of the keys. Got the first Black Panther, got the first Watcher, Silver Surfer. You know, a couple of the nicer keys. But there's so many. There's so many keys. I just watched somebody, and I'm sorry, I don't recall, who picked up his first Doctor Doom, and I just thought it was awesome because he explained exactly how he went about saving for this book, and he has a whole theory and logic behind how to save for a key, a big key, and I firmly agree it's what I do. I can't recall right now. If I find a video again, I'll put it there, but check on YouTube. He's a part of the community. Again, I apologize for not recalling your name. Fantastic Four number 70. Just a crisp, look at this. This is a black bordered book. And there is not a tick except right up there. There's a little bit of a thing in up there. See that? But other than that, book is clean. FF number 34. Book could use a little pressing on the cover, but that's okay. It's got a little bit of dirt, which will come off, and there's some spine issues, but I'll take it for the price I got it for. And I was super happy to get this. And that's FF number 28. Jack Kirby, the Fantastic Four, and the X-Men. It don't get better than that. That's all I'm going to say about that. Love Kirby. Love the X-Men. Love the Fantastic Four. I can't go wrong. Another book I've been picking up the lower issues when I get the chance is Justice League of America. This is JLA number 8. I'm not trying to do like a 1 through 15 or 1 through 20 run. Just gives me stuff to buy, bro. That's all it's about. Enjoying the hobby. Alright. And now I'll go into my semi-rant. I'll show you this. So, I'm standing there waiting on this line for the sale. And just to show you, as you can't see, this is a 5.0. I'm standing on a line waiting to go in, and I eyeballed this. It was this. There was a Y, The Last Man number 1. There was a Captain America 100, and there were a couple of other ones that I couldn't see. I have a Y, The Last Man in a 9.6. I have a Cap 100. I have 2 of them, actually. So I was definitely going for this. I'm down to single digits in my X-Men run. So to be able to get this at 50% off, it was awesome. As soon as I went to the store, I grabbed it, put it in my bin. But I walked up to go grab this, right? I'm the first one through the line. Not the second, not the third. Maybe the 5th guy runs up behind me, jumps behind me, basically almost climbing on my back, and tells the guys at the counter, I'll take all the slabs. I turned around, I was like, whoa, relax, bro. I says, you know, I'm here looking. I was here first. I was going to grab that. So the owner of the shop was right there, and they were pretty cool about it. And they gave me this slab, but just goes to show you, some people just have no courtesy, no manners. This book was probably listed at like the 90-day GPA, not the 1 year. But even with being the 90-day, which was a little higher than the 1 year, and I don't mind because people sell like that all the time. I still saved, I want to say like $80 off of what this goes for on the GPA. So super happy to pick that up. And that's the second appearance of the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants, and it's the third Magneto appearance. My LCS did a Black Friday, and I always stop in there, show support. Was able to pick up Swamp Thing number 5 in there. That's super high grade. Another run I'm probably going to do, the Wrightson run on this. Just at least the first 15 issues. Just awesome stuff. Shame I got into this after Mr. Wrightson passed away. Would have liked to have gotten a signature by him somewhere along the line. But anyway, I'm picking these up. And good thing about my LCS is that they do 40% off on Black Friday. For anybody who gets there, I want to say till like 9 o'clock, and then as the hours go along, they reduce it from 40 to 35 to 30, I believe it is. It goes along like that, which is pretty fair. So you get there, you get up there early, you get first shot, and that includes statues, bags, boards, comic boxes. So I picked up some of these decorative Batman ones at 40% off. I picked up like four sets of bags and boards for modern stuff. So, it was good to stock up on my supplies that way. I just keep it in stock. I've been using a lot of bags and boards. I picked up a 2000 book collection, which I'll probably be showing you guys sometime this week. I've just been busy sorting it out. Showed my New York Warrior friends and a couple of other guys some pictures of some of the stuff that I picked up. I think I did really well on this collection, and hopefully, I could recoup what I put into it and a little more so that I could buy myself another key. And that's basically what it was all about. I'm going to keep a few books for myself in my collection and then just piece it all out. It's going to take me a while. Probably be like a year or 2 year project. Just piecing it out. Been doing some auctions with the New York Warriors, and that's been a lot of fun. If you guys haven't had the chance to come out and see one of our auctions, probably in January they'll run another one. Come check it out. There are a lot of good auctions out there now in the YouTube community. The 9.2 crew, Alex and Doom, and those guys do a nice auction. And Who Dat Comics was on the Great Legends show. Picked up a nice book from him. So there's always some good auctions out there. You get some decent prices. Another venue I usually check out is this, and I go on the CGC forums. And there was a guy there who bought an 8,000 book collection. And he was basically blowing stuff out. He's doing what I was doing, keeping some keys for himself, getting rid of a lot of books, recouping his money, basically getting the keys for free. But picked this up. That's door 175, and I love that cover right there. Door 177. Also got this nice high-grade cap, and I have a full run on the cap, and I've said that before. Don't mean to be redundant, but I'm trying to replace my older, more beat-up copies with better copies. Upgrade. This is definitely an upgrade. I mean, what is it with the yellow border? I mean, if you look, there's so many yellow borders out there back in the day. One cap 146, little Hydra, little Shield, little Cap, and Falcon. And he threw this in. And that's Marvel's Greatest Comics, number 53. And if it looks familiar, these are the reprints. A great way for you to read the stories. But if it looks familiar, it's because just a few minutes ago I showed you that. And that is the same book. Just a reprint. So, they did this with quite a few titles. They did it with Spider-Man, with Marvel Tales. Marvel's Greatest Comics is a Fantastic Four. Good way to read. Put Speaking of the 9.2 crew, won this at one of their auctions off of Doom. They had a nice one 2 days ago, and I just wasn't able to go on in time. I had to go. I had a previous commitment, but I know Alex had a Runaways #1, which I've been looking for. So Alex, you heard me there. I'm looking for a Runaways #1. Hit me up if you want to sell one. Picked this up at my LCS. I didn't pick up too many of these, and these things are horrible. I mean, you watch the lenticular. It's tough to even see it. It's so fleeting. It's terrible. But it was the Alex Ross one, so I took that. Then on Instagram, guy was selling from Canada, but good deal. Picked up a 3-book lot from him. JSA Classified #1. And this is the sketch variant by Adam Hughes. Picked up the color edition, which I just love. And you can see the little subtle changes that he made to it. Smirk on a face, just the location of the airplane, and just a couple of different things, you know. But beautiful, beautiful book. And the one that sealed the deal and why I had to go for this was that thing is flawless. You know, I asked him for pictures of the front and back of the book, and he accommodated. And that's the thing, if you're buying, especially Instagram, Facebook, wherever you're buying, ask the seller for more pictures. If you're not safe, you know, I don't feel comfortable just looking at a front cover shot, because you never know what's wrong with that back. And I also like to basically get all 4 corners along the spine. Same thing on the back. You know, guy's willing to do it. He's looking for a sale. He'll do it. It doesn't cost him anything. If he doesn't, oh well, move on to the next guy. You know, but just something I learned as I going along. I bought one book one time, and stupid me didn't ask, and got burned. Picked this up on Thanksgiving, was it? Or might have been a few days before. No, I picked something else up on Thanksgiving night. I picked this up the week before, but this is Generation Hope. This is the Jajervik Hope Summers cover. It's just gorgeous. Look at this. I mean, this guy is amazing. And if the hype with Hope Summers really picks up somewhere along the line, be it Deadpool, be it X-Force, or whatever, all of these Hope Summer covers, you know, these single Hope Summer covers where she's predominant in there, especially the variants, I feel that they're going to do the same thing that we saw with Magic, where all of these, you know, covers with them on there, even if it's not a variant, but just, you know, a nice cover, pick up a little bit of steam. So I've been picking them up. I'm a fan of Hope Summers, so either way, I just a really nice cover to have. And then last but not least, I picked up that beauty, and I got a great deal from Who Dat Comics on the Great Legends auction. Shout out to the Great Legend, does a lot of good work out there. Guys always promoting the community. It took me a little while to start watching the Legend, just because his shows are super long. But man, I've become a big fan. So check that channel out if you haven't. I mean, you know, he's legendary. He's been around for a long time. Who Dat Comics gave me a really good deal on this. Shipped it quickly. And FF number 39. Dr. Doom appearance. This is a two-parter, but also a Daredevil appearance there. Matt Murdock, and turns into Daredevil. So just awesome. Awesome cover. I'll show you guys there. Beautiful book. So that's my haul for now. I just wanted to say thanks to everybody for watching. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you are not subscribed to my channel, hit the subscribe button. Leave a comment, leave a question. I'll get back to you as quick as possible. I appreciate it. Keep watching the New York Warriors every other Monday when they do their live show. Whenever I get the opportunity, if I'm not working or something, I try and go on there and interact. It's just a good time, guys, just hanging out, laughing, and talking about comics and bullshitting with everybody else. And the chats make it even better because you get a lot of funny guys there just interacting. I mean, you get a guy like Undisputed Frost, who he's funny as shit. So anyway, until my next video, thanks a lot, and keep collecting what you like.